What's going on, guys? New evolutions. What is the new meta cards? We're going to go through all of those and some gameplay stuff in regards to tactics, stuff like that. We're going to go through that, but let's first focus on Midfield Dynasty. Now, good luck for those that fell for the leaks. I laugh, EA changed that last minute. Probably they did, but as you probably know, Rashford and all that, the leaks that came out of those players, Rashford went up in price. Well, now it's 85 rated overall maximum, 89 pace, 86 dribbling, and 85 physicality. Now, the reason why I like this one is it's not really what I'd want. I wouldn't really want the press proven too much, but it's the fact that you get the other attribute. This is not really one for racking up your pace as a midfielder, which I would want, but it's not really ideal. But you do get a press proven, +2 defending, +2 physical, and +2 passing. It's actually quite easy to do. It's the 3 to 4 squad battle games. I like these ones because normally when you do them, they're a bit long to do, but you get a slight pace upgrade, as I said, but the whip pass is the main thing you're paying for, and the shooting and the passing. So this is perfect for a midfielder. There's actually quite a lot of cards. You've got 20 days, or expires in 27 days rather. We're going to now go through the actual cards available. We're going to go through foot bins list, cards that I think is mess that you must do. We're going to go through that right now. I'm just going to switch screens right now over to Footbin. I do like the foot.gg view. I would recommend using both Footbin and foot.gg competitors, but they both have really good options. And what we're going to do, we're going to come back to the most popular evolutions page in a second, because it's literally 6 PM now, so there's probably nothing really there. As you can see, there's no one there, but we'll come back to that towards the end. Now, with this one, I think there's a lot of cards that I think that are probably really good. You can see that foot.gg has ascended it by highest rated. There's a few cards I'm going to pick out here. Now, I see these as, we're going to go through the usual, I would say, is top 5 leagues. And I want to pick out some of the top tier cards here. We're going to search by Premier League first, which is the best one, in my opinion. Martinelli gets in. Danjuma gets in. Perisic gets in as well. Sterling. So we're going to, this is the way that I did it. First of all, I'm just going to pick out some of the key cards here. Huang Yi-Chan, I didn't finish his, I never actually finished his evolution cards. Maybe I'll have a look at that. Apart from that, is there anything else really? Okay, not much. So we're going to do a quick change. Now, this is something that I like to do, right? So before we go to custom filters, we're going to go here. We're just going to go to 5-star. This is what I always try to do. Whenever I look at trying to get like some of the best evolution cards, I always try to get players that I think, okay, 5-star weak foot. Who can really go in striker? Rapinoe, she's already got a 5-star weak foot with the other card that got released. Ferran Torres gets 5-star weak foot. We'll look at Mallard as well. Morales, the OG one, the OGs. Okay, so have a look at some of these cards. We're going to reset these. We're going to go through the major leagues first. So we've got Martinelli. A pretty good card. He's got a quick step as it is. Again, the only thing is I would say with this one is I think you're kind of paying for an upgrade, in my opinion. I mean, maybe the whipped pass, I mean, press proven, if you're asking me completely candidly, doesn't really do that much. I'm going to be honest. And whip pass is the good one, whether you use it or not. Depends, you like to be in those crossing situations, stuff like that. But let's focus on Martinelli. I think a good upgrade overall. I think the thing is, I have to be careful, be mindful at this stage with cards like this, just for the simple fact that with an actually 3-star weak foot, would I recommend it at this stage? Probably not. But if you're an Arsenal fan, I think he's a really good card. In my opinion, he's probably Arsenal's best player. I think he's better than Saka. I'll explain to you why. Of course, Saka maybe overall be better, but I think Gabriel Martinelli is more important. Last year, he played on the left-hand side. He was solo. Zinchenko was inverting. He was by himself on the 2v1. They're both good, but I think maybe not our best player. I think Saka is better overall, but I think maybe the most underrated player, in my opinion, my favourite player inside Arsenal's team. But yeah, Martinelli is a good option. I wouldn't say it's too much. This Danjuma card is looking very interesting. If you haven't done the power shooter, you can combine it with midfield. Now, this is interesting. Wow. Because power shooter gives him a 5-star weak foot, right? Yeah, so now this is very interesting. See, these are the upgrades that I like. That might be one of the best strikers in the Premier League. Now, this looks like the card that I'm probably going to be doing instantly. I'm going to quickly put this on Twitter while I'm uploading this video. What a card this could potentially be. To be honest, cards like this, I think are always, in my opinion, are always some of the best. 5-star weak foot, 94 sprint speed, 92 finishing, 91 shot power, 88 agility, 80 balance. I don't think his balance will be too much of an issue, and that is purely because he's not the tallest of players. He's not like 6'1". 5'10" is okay, but I think with that agility he'll be fine. I mean, realistically, I think a hunter on him is probably the way to go. Maybe you can probably extend this to a hawk, to be honest, but I'd probably go with a hunter just to purely increase that finishing to maximum and that pace. There could be the element of maybe I'd probably even consider a finisher. Maybe finisher's a bit, maybe not engine, but maybe finisher is maybe a bit overkill, I would say. But if you really want to get agility and balance up, you can. I think hunter's really the way to go for. This is probably one of the best cards. Look at it straight now. He's got the first touch as well. Do you know what? I think with the power shot, you know what, this could be literally one of the best cards, honestly. This could be one of the best attackers or strikers inside the Premier League right now. If you had the finesse shot still works, by the way, post-back. There's a few things I wanted to mention. Finesse shot still works. Perisic, I just want to... So if you haven't done pacey winger, he could be a good one, but is maybe just worth buying the evolution one, I think, to be honest. We're going to quickly go ahead here and go back to foot.gg. We're just going to type in Perisic. See, that's what I love. You know, some of these hidden cards, and I think here, realistically, no, you're better off going for this card. Don't do this evolution. Maybe go with this one because you get the 5-star weak foot anyway, and you're getting very much similar stats here. Really, really similar stats. But I think the pace is probably worth it more than the slight passing upgrade. So Perisic, although I think he's a good card, because as I said, the actual evolution playstyle buffs are not really worth it. It's not the best. Neto gets an interesting one. So you see, this is something, by the way, Footbin, if you ever are watching this, right? Foot.gg or Footbin, okay? When you do the filtering system, when you do a 5-star weak foot, Perisic should show up over here. Unless I'm blind. No, so, yeah, he does. Actually, he does. Looks like they changed it. Interesting. So actually you know what? I probably look, Jose Caglioni still plays 5-star weak foot as well. I'm just going to bring up somebody. So this is why actually I love evolutions, because there's so many cards that otherwise we wouldn't have looked at. Andres Martin, who's this? I have no idea. So this is why these evolutions are actually pretty good, because especially some of these cards that you don't really think about, they could really go up and get those boosts. We're gonna have a look at. So this is why I like evolutions. This is why I'm looking forward to them. He gets 5-star weak foot as well. Is there anyone else, Guedes? Anyone else that maybe I'd probably consider using here? Using is the key thing, and then we'll go over the most popular. Yeah, so that is that one. Neto hasn't really got the best of shooting, so we're not going to include him. But yeah, definitely one to say. So yeah, Callion, oh wow, you need to get a lot of upgrades though. Power shooter, pacey winger, and Midfield Dynasty. So that's why, do you know what I'm going to do now? You know, for all the 5-star weak foot ones, like power shooter, I'm actually probably going to hold off doing these ones, because I'm thinking now, if you get that weak foot upgrade, maybe in the long run, there's a better player worth getting. And what they do is they normally release evolutions that they kind of overlap each other. So there's a period where 5-star weak foots come into a close, but the new evolution is coming out and can make a player real meta. Let's see what Twitter's saying about those about that as well. In regards to that card, I think that is honestly a really, really good card. No one yet, not too popular yet, but I think that is a very good card. We'll come back to that as well. We've got Tell. So Tell is a card that, to be honest, he's a bit garbage, actually. Never mind. Well, I don't know why I was looking at this as an example one. But yeah, going to Callion, I think he's a decent card here. Quick step as well. First touch. Power shot. Interesting card. If you're looking for a La Liga striker, maybe with a finisher, I think he lacks the pace. But I think he's got the agility and balance. He's got decent passing. You see, this is why this is interesting as well, because players like Danjuma, I'm just going to bring this up. We'll have a look at this card in a second. Actually, this card looks pretty insane. Wow. 4-star, 5-star. Not the best of leagues. But wait, what I was saying is players like Danjuma, why they excel a lot. Okay, and this is where I think it really changes, because his passing is now significantly changed. So now he can play that cam role. Now, I know his stamina is bad, don't get me wrong. You can never get perfection, but with 77 strength, you put him on stay forward. he can now play that cam role, which is always a role that I found problematic with. That is why a lot of these cards, now this card is actually very interesting as well. I wanted to actually go see his gold card because I've not done power shooter. So this is what I say, just be careful when you do these evolutions, don't rush them so much. There was an evolution, where was it? It was this one, right? So let's have a look, because I've not done his original card, so hang on. They both got 5-star weak foot. You know what? This card's actually much better than his other evolution. So, you know what? That evolution, Huang He-Chan, took a long time to do, by the way. So, you know what? Thankfully, I didn't actually do that. But that's actually a very, very good card as well. If you missed on the evolution Huang He-Chan, because he gives the links to Heung-min Son, although the finesse shot meta has been patched per se, it's not really been patched. You're talking about maybe a 10% change if I had to quantify that in a numerical number. So, finesse shots still work. Lacks the balance, has good finish. Again, this is going to be... So again, I'm looking really at Danjuma, but this is actually a really good optional card as well if you're looking for the Brazilian link. Maybe someone like Neymar you want to fit into your team. We're going to come back to this. I want to go and look at the overall. Grealish, actually not a bad card either. Probably leans towards a finisher as well. Maybe you can get away with a hunter, to be honest. If you don't mind the lack of pace. The lack of agility and balance, you can get away with him. Danjuma is still the one that stays up front. Neto, 4-star though. 94 agility, 95 balance. Although the stamina is bad, I'm kind of ignoring it just because you can always sub a player off now with 5 subs. He's actually a very good winger. There's actually quite a lot of cards here, surprisingly, that I genuinely thought. Ferran Torres. Okay, similar to Callejon, maybe won't be the most agile. We know the height of Ferran Torres is probably going to be a bit of an issue, but 5-star weak foot. Good passing, good jump. And if you're looking for that all-in-one striker that can do it, again, I think you ideally need to go here for a hunter. It's going to be really interesting to see what Footbin says as well. Malacha, she now plays, she links to in Arkema, so she actually links to Diani and everyone else. Lacks the balance, but I believe she'll be short, right? 5'7". So in these cards, you can negate the balance. She has 3 stars, maybe not the best of paces here. To be honest, not the best of paces, but with a hunter, she can probably get the job done on the wing. 3-star skill moves. So if you're using a skill move, maybe not the best, maybe even... She's not a bad card. I'm really looking for those real good cards. Morales now. Oh, now Morales looks real good. Now, this is the card that I would say is probably worth doing. You do need the Founders Evolution, which is going to be hard to get, but you get that slight boost. Many of you guys have probably done this already. Interesting. And you can go Centurion, Striker, Power Shooter. So you can go this path. Interesting, because this card with a hunter is very complete. In fact, maybe you could even lean, if you don't mind lacking the pace, not to 99, you could even lean towards a Hawk. Now, this is very interesting, because he's got the jumping, he's got the stamina for a striker, would stay forward on 80 is fine. Got the passing, he's basically got all 99 shooting. Very interesting. That's another card that is very, very OP. That is, I'm just going to add that one to the Twitter selection. So like this is like a Twitter selection. It's kind of for myself as well. So I can remind myself of what other meta cards are out there. That is very interesting. So I'm definitely going to add, so we're going to put Danjuma in the front. We're probably going to come back to Danjuma. Morales, I'm definitely going to come back to him. Now, I'm not going to attempt, I always butcher his name, but yeah, he's not. No, what actually? 4-star, 4-star. That's a very good stats. You can put a hunter on him. That is actually some very good stats as an attacking centre mid. I would like a 5-star weak foot. But although he will lack the balance, if you're looking for an attack, this will be more of an attacking centre mid. Maybe you could push it to Cam. The only thing that really lets him down here is just his balance. It's the only real thing that lets him down here. Let's just see if there's anyone else. I'm going to come back to this. That's Morales. Andres Martin. Again, this is actually a pretty decent. Got Trickster. Rapid. Interesting. So he can play striker, left mid, and right wing. Now, where I'd probably put him... Now, this is actually very interesting because his card... His pace. 5 height, 5'10". You know, this is actually a very interesting card. So you got to do power shooter, relentless winger, detail oriented, and midfield dynasty. But when you put a hunter on him... So again, this is another very good card. He can play striker, he can play... And he's got a 5-star weak foot. Now, he does lack the skill moves. But 91 short passing, 87 long passing. And that agility and balance. So this is actually very interesting. Because this high medium or medium, it's not, you're not as attacking centre mid. Or even a winger. Relentless as well. So stamina would kind of make up for it. First touch, rapid. You know what? I would fully say he's actually worth it. He's actually a very good card. If you, because the problem is his league. I just remembered his league. Hypermotion. Which is the second La Liga B, whatever it's called. I thought it was, you know, I saw the icon and I was thinking La Liga division above. Of course, it's Liga EA Sports. But if you did add the links, that would be a very, very good card. Let me just see who else is. I'm just going to show you one more thing on evolutions while we're here. Now, we're going to look for more evolved players. Now, we're going to look for more... We're going to go discuss some of the meta players here. I was considering doing her, actually, for the upgrade. But maybe we can do... So, I was actually going to do her for the upgrade. Well, she could be a good centre mid. Come back to her. Neville. So see, I was actually going to consider... So, Acuna, a bit too slow, though. Mallard, she's United. She gets the links. But Carrasco, decent. Cook. Now, here I'm just looking for just some real good cards here. I'm pretty sure there'll be a few that I miss. That's why we'll come back to the most popular. Weaver as well. Golovin. Golovin is a very good all-around card. But maybe... We'll come back to Golovin because I want to see his actual full stats. Because Golovin was a card that I used to use a lot. He was a right back card, but he could play any of those roles. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to reset this. What we're going to do is we're going to go custom filters. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put their pace above 70 because that's what I will do. We're going to put their defensive awareness above 65. Now, these are cards that can play centre mid, in my opinion. Max, Bundesliga left back. Is he better than Davies? Probably not. These are actually a lot of these cards here can play that centre mid. We can have a look at Ashley Young, but I don't think he's got the Callion we saw. What's Callion's defensive awareness? 7. You know what? Maybe if you could dump this card in centre mid, you know. What's his work rate? Medium. You know what? Maybe in a 4-3-2-1. You know, I'm not saying you should do it, but you could... Maybe not. But I think as an attacking centre mid, he's got the defensive capability. I think these are just the small... So this is the way that how I look at evolutions. I try to look for these gems. Ghostons we'll have a look at as well. Angelino. So I try to look at these gems that people don't really normally think of. And then the next thing I want to do actually is I want to do playstyles. We're going to do... Has anyone got the Jockey Playstyle Plus? Which I highly doubt anyone's got, but let's have a look. No one's got it. Let's put now the Jockey Playstyle normally. Just a normal Jockey Playstyle. Okay, interesting. Ashley Young does have the playstyle. I didn't know that. So I'm really looking at Ashley Young here. So I'm looking at players I can maybe play here in centre mid out of position. Ghostons looks really good. I've already started Relentless meets Radioactive. That's a mistake that I've done. But Ghostons looks like a pretty good centre mid here. A box to box, probably get the job done. Maybe not at this stage of the game. It's going to be very... Maybe like Goretzka can still be better. I think he's okay. Angelino as a left back, he's probably not going to be better than He's not even in La Liga anymore, is he? He was in Man City, wasn't he, before? Then he went to La Liga, I believe. Not a bad card for if you're in a Super League. Lee King Chan. He hasn't got... Lee King in. He's not like Chan where he's got a 5-star weak foot. But he's a good attacking center. You know what? With a Hunter. Play that camera very well. Again, he hasn't really got that... Okay, now this is very interesting. We're going to come back to this card. So this is why I try my best. If you go to Evolutions, because I was actually going to do the Relentless version. But the Relentless one has much better pace. So that's trying to say, some of these you got to really look at, because some of them it's worth doing the Evolution, which is better than the normal cards. That is still a great card. The thing with her is she can't really play anywhere else. 5'5", maybe centre mid. With 88 defense awareness, she could probably play in centre mid. How you'd fit her in would be a bit of an interesting one. Maybe you can sub her on, but I think with 82 sprint speed, she's okay naturally, but maybe not someone else sub on. But 80 finishing, 88 short pass, 83 long pass, 91 crossing, 94 stamina, 88 defense awareness. She's got the mates. I think it should be a very good centre mid. Should be 4-star, 3-star, not the best ideally, but I think she can get that. I just think she's a bit too slow. Now, Mace is an interesting one as well, because she now has 4-star weak foot, pinged pass, intercept as well. She's a really good passer of the ball. Hasn't really got the best of passing stats. But maybe the centre mid she can get that job done, because she's 88 sprint speed, 85 reactions, 88 defensive awareness, 86 stamina. So again, this is a card. I'm just going to finish over the final few now. Golovin I wanted to see. Rapid as well. Interesting. Okay, defensive is okay. He's not too bad as a centre mid, to be fair. So if you need like a left, if you had to play someone in chemistry with the centre mid, you could probably get the job done here. His defensive awareness is not amazing. Maybe he's an attacking centre mid, but then his finishing is not too good. Ashley Young. Wow, this is interesting. I've messed it up because I've already done Relentless meets Radioactive. Maybe not on my other accounts, but 79 sprint speed, okay. But if you can start him as a left mid, Premier League, son. If you do him right mid, put him on a shadow, then move him to centre mid. He's got jockey play style. Stamina's not the best, but he'd be a very good player on the ball. That's a very good box-to-box card. These high mediums. That's actually a very good box-to-box card. We're just going to finally finish off with Footbin's most popular. We can see so everything we can around. We missed this one. Grimaldo. We'll look at Sterling, although I don't think he's amazing. Also, we'll have a look at. I think most of these we kind of been through already. I'm not going to re-look at Matoma. I think that is the most popular ones, really. You're a United fan, Sinistella, the OG left wing. I used to always buy him when a game came out. So, like, we can look at the most populars here. Hertig, 4-star, 4-star. I think she's a decent card. 4-star, 4-star. What play star she got? Finish up. Nothing amazing, but a Hunter should be good. Grimaldo. Maybe you can argue Davies is going to be better. I think the thing is it better than Davies? Yeah, probably not. Probably not better than Davies here. I mean, unless you really want the whipped pass, or whatever you want to call it. I think he's a good left back, but maybe I would say I would prefer Davies over him. Carrasco, 4-star, 4-star. If you're looking for that link, problem is plays the same area as Neymar. You're going to want Neymar over Carrasco. Sterling can play on both wings. I think he's okay. That 3-star weak foot is really going to let him down. Samuel Lino. I don't understand why he's so popular. Brazilian links potentially. I think he's an okay player. And then, to be honest, also just not too bad. It's actually got really good stats here. But again, it's a league. So I think that's it. I don't think there's really anyone else. If there is anyone else, I'll update it. But it probably looking like the masses are still behind. But anyway, guys, that is the best evolution players to upgrade. Make sure you do check that out. I'll be uploading my weekly tactics video tomorrow, by the way, guys, in case you're wondering why that's been delayed. That will be tomorrow. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take it easy, of course. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.